95 kilo world title match. Irakli Zirakashvili, the reigning champion, will defend his title versus former 105 kilo East versus West world champion Todd Hutchings. So we saw Irakli versus Georgi Totiev on last East versus West, and we saw Todd Hutchings versus Yoshi Kanai. And afterwards, they both set at 95 kilos to go for the world title. So this is also a rematch. First time they met 2022, and it was a decisive, I would say, easy victory for Todd Hutchings. And I did a podcast with Todd Hutchings, and I asked him what is your what can you say about the first match? And he said it was a masterclass on how to beat classic top roll. And if you look, I watched it frame by frame, I analyzed it all. He did perfectly. And then from the talk with Todd, he does believe he is big favorite, and he says I haven't seen Irakli adding many things to his technique that he could beat me now. So if he's not physically much more stronger, then Todd believes that he will shut him down exactly like he did before. His style is it's really good because top roll goes for you want to get the hand, right? You want to get the hand. Todd gives up the hand. It's the strap. The strap pulls you down, and if you pull too much, you go under, and he stays over. And he has a lot of side pressure in this position. So everything you want to get, he said, because of the style of Irakli, he mostly goes backwards, classic top roll, right? Your style is more sideways, and you attack more rotator. So even if you take the hand, you get the rotator, so it's a worse position. So if Irakli hasn't improved on that,
it's right?
All
very correct what Todd is saying and what you is saying. And the thing is, will Irakli this time will he try to take Todd's pronator? And will he be able to do that?
Yeah.
Or not? Because if he will have just some pronation control of his own here and maybe straight flat wrist, it will not work. Because Todd pulled against Kidrigali,
same position,
who was trying to top roll him. He pulled against Irakli. Also before, I think even John was trying to top roll him. They are all great arm wrestlers.
Great top rollers.
But great top rollers. and probably if we look around that weight, they have took kind of everyone almost in that weight category.
Yes.
Just the difference. Todd is so good against.
Todd gives up the hand that you get something and you kind of out of position, and then he uses strap very well, and he has a lot of back pressure to fight this. It's not just side pressure. He's not going here, because if he would go, he would open up. He has back pressure that he can stay close and very comfortable being here and keeping his pronator.
Exactly. He's working super active with back, with pulling, and even there are times when you can see that Todd don't have a wrist and hand, but he's still top rolling you. He I would say top rolled Ongarbayev in a fight.
Because he goes like this.
Yeah.
Because he goes.
So he don't have wrist control, but he still is able to top roll with pronation, with his arm strength, with his back pressure strength, and what he's doing on table is super effective against classic top roll arm wrestling, and then that's a big challenge for Irakli to do something. But also, if we are following arm wrestling, we remember that Irakli lost before with Sasho, and they had a rematch as well. And Irakli pulled absolutely different. He was not anymore going really high here, and he's growing. He's learning.
Todd's answer to this, he said yes, he's doing really good versus short hook pullers.
Because
the height is the thing, right? If you're under, you can easily go over, right? If you can easier go. But if someone fights you here on the top, it's much harder to get to that position. So that's why Todd feels very confident.
Yeah, we will see that, and I agree. But also, they both pull against Prudnik. They both won against Prudnik.
Yeah, just different ways.
Yeah. And I think they both have lost against Dadakian.
Yes.
And if we remember that fight, Todd and Dedekian, that was war. That was war. It ended 3-1 for Dedekian.
Yeah.
But I would say there were some faults and mistakes from Todd, and physically we saw that he is able to get in a match and even fight. So it was really, really little bit ugly on table and some attacks and like a lot of force.
He got on here, but he didn't like secure
some positions.
Yes.
So if we compare that, it was long time ago Irakli and Dedekian, but still Todd looked better. So with all that history, with all those fights, Todd is going really good at age of 58, and I'm a huge fan. And I'm a huge fan. I'm looking and wondering, like, and it seems incredible for me. It's that he is really like a strength style arm wrestling. It's strength style arm wrestling. It's not when we are. It's same as John. It's same as John. When you see like it's a strength. It's again, someone will say I'm blaming Michael or Devon about some position. But right now, when I see Todd, what he's doing at age of 58, it's fantastic, and I want to see more from him. And he is favorite in this.
For me too.
Yeah, he's favorite.
Because styles do make matches.
Even with how good Irakli is going lately, and then with all that, but. We know previous fight, and Irakli have to prove that he has grown.
If Irakli just like, I'll be super impressed if he just powers through, because most things you just can't power through. Todd Hutchings, right? That's his thing. The power is his thing. So it will be very interesting for me. I would say 70-30 because of how
I'm not saying maybe
power, but also style, experience, and the way that like Todd, he's like, just give me top rollers. He'd pull top rollers all day, right? Because he's so good at dealing with them. And he has everything made, his style is made for that. Because at the start, I remember, I also didn't understand arm wrestling much, but I was looking how he arm wrestled and I couldn't understand it. I was like, what is going on? Why would he go to those positions? But he gives up hand to have something else, right? And it's a very great way he pulls versus anyone. And improves at 58, close to 60, right?
Yeah. But how physically, tactically, technically, and all other aspects, how Irakli won against Prudnik. That gives, I believe, Irakli some good belief in himself as well. And of course, he will be in Georgia. Hutchings will travel to Georgia to beat Irakli in his land, in his home, and also this personal aspect for Irakli, for a young, strong athlete who is right now one of best in that weight category in his home. He will be prepared as much as possible, and it's not easy task for Todd. But if he will do that one more time, that will be really big. And he have weapons. He have weapons. We have seen before, and if he will able to secure that pronation here, I don't think that Irakli will win. I don't think. If Irakli will get that hand and pronation, and Todd will be really open position here, and in that this defensive biceps, then
it's bad.
Then it's bad bad day for Todd, most likely.
But it's also scary to come forward, or at least because Irakli doesn't need all the side pressure. He doesn't need to match his side pressure. He just needs to take away something. He just needs to because if you give nothing, he's going to eat you up, right? But if you give too much, you might curl yourself in.
He have to put Todd in a position that Todd is pressing against his arm here, and then he can use some back and say he have to put it like that. Is it possible? I don't know.
And it's a scary position because here, like Todd still has something, so your instinct will be go back, and Todd just wants you to go back. Because then he can literally turn, as you go back, he can turn you like this, right? If you stay like this, you can go over, but it's a scary thing.
And Irakli's hand is very good in this, I would say, stride position, some bend, and here is super strong. Is it that like that's sometimes what's different sometimes from good inside hook arm wrestlers? They can get very deep with wrist and hand, and they can be very solid and strong also in this deep position. many top rollers, good hand, but they are strong here. They're not used to curl that deep and put that position.
They just stay there.
But with Todd, you have to put him in that position to curl with some crazy raise, but it's hard.
This is is a great match. It's a great match. It's a good challenge for the young champion.
Who are fans' favorite? Irakli?
I think Todd slightly.
Really?
Todd slightly.
I would say like
For fans maybe.
Yeah, is that I believe that it seems like how Irakli is going up and how strong he's pulling and with all that it could be that they believe Irakli.
He's everyone's favorite uncle. Come on, Uncle Todd is the shit.
I don't think it's so clear as you said, like 70-30. I wouldn't be so sure because of all what I said before, but I still think that Todd have
better chances.
Some very special position to.
It will be great battle. I think it will, because again Irakli will try his best to figure it out. Problem, we haven't seen much from Irakli different. Like yes, he changed the vectors versus Sasho and things like that, but
because I don't remember when was the last time when some clearly was able to top roll Todd and win him for like even when Todd pull against Michael Todd
in the strap. I don't remember.
With a Michael Todd and when it was Devon Larratt, okay, different Devon, smaller Devon, and even then when he top rolled. Like Todd was here, and then you can check that video of how open and how bad position Devon was against Todd Hutchings in the first round, and it tells a lot. It tells a lot how good he can pull against top roll arm wrestlers.
Yeah, one of the big matches on East versus West 16.
Almost as every match, but it's huge.
Yeah, I think there's a few headliners that are just like. Everyone's talking about them, right? People said, like, what do you think? And we think it's going to be awesome.
Sometimes you want to see some new faces, new fighters, new fights, but it's also great to have some fights with history.
Yes.
And like, it's
feels like it's more. Like it's
right? It's so good that they have already some perspective and we know what's happened before, and athletes have, especially like young ones who have lost before, they have some extra motivation to prove that those 2 years I haven't spent wrong, and it's something what I'm doing is working for me and I'm going forward.
Will be crazy. East vs West 16, don't miss it. Live on pay-per-view, link is in description. Stay strong
And love arm wrestling.